You've been an all-star player, but now you're trying to be an all-star father. So what's this experience like these first couple of days?
Yeah, it's been awesome. My wife was a superhero in the delivery, and just happy the baby and mom are both healthy. And it's been awesome. I've never had a cooler experience in my life. You think of all the fun experiences you have, and going into it, you think it's going to be, having the baby, it's going to be awesome, but it's even better than you even think, right? So I think I've had a smile on my face since the baby came out. So it's been great.
It's literally just a couple of days, but I imagine at some point soon they'll see a first lacrosse game before they know it.
Yeah, he's gonna be. Whether his eyes are open or not tonight, he's gonna be watching on TV. But yeah, I think come probably closer to March, we'll get him to some games, and my wife's excited about that too. He's already got a little Rochester jersey he's ready to wear, so that'll be awesome.
I ask you a question here related to the game that's maybe a little bit more reflective, but you played for this team, Buffalo. What changed between being with the Bandits that allowed you here in Rochester to have the amount of success you've had the first season plus?
I think it's a mix of confidence, in myself, that the coaching staff has in me, management, all that, as well as I think it's also opportunity. I came to a team that with Buffalo that I kind of had one set role, and it was more just like setting picks and on the inside. So when I came to Rochester, the coaching staff instilled a lot of confidence in me right from the start, and we're confident with me having the ball as well. And when you start playing with confidence and start gaining it, better things happen. So I think it's a huge credit to our staff for just having that confidence in me, so I could have that in myself.
You had an unbelievable season last year. You know that. Everyone knows that. And you're on pace to repeat it. I know it's just 4 games in, but how are you feeling right now?
Feeling great. Yeah, feeling great. I wish we would have won last 2 weekends ago with that bye week. But I wish we would have, won that one. But, we're 3-1, which is awesome. I think if you asked us at the beginning of the season, looking at the schedule, we're definitely happy with 3-1. We'd love to be 4-0, but, just hoping to keep that rolling. And for myself, body's feeling great. Been training really hard in the off season and even in the beginning of this season just to stay ready and at peak performance. So, hoping to keep it going.
This is obviously a big rivalry game. Going back to the Buffalo thing, for you, is there a little bit of a chip on your shoulder when you play these guys?
I think not necessarily because I played for them or anything. It's obviously a rivalry game, so that's kind of the chip we play with as a team. But I grew up in Buffalo, right? So I grew up going to Bandits games, and since I was first in San Diego playing Buffalo, it's always been a really cool moment going to those games and then playing against them and being on this level. So it's always a humbling experience, playing against a team you've watched your whole life. But I think it's just, like I said, it's a rivalry game, and that's what our team's focused on, is just going 1-0 today.
Do you kind of enjoy the challenge? You're sort of becoming revered as one of the league's best goal scorers, and you're going up against the best goaltender probably that's ever played in this league. Is that kind of fun?
Yeah. I mean, obviously he's had a great career in Rochester too, and but yeah, I mean these are the games that you love to play, right? You love to play in the big games, and if you can't get up for these games, then really what can you get going for? So I think for me personally, I take every game as a challenge. I always play with a chip on my shoulder, no matter if people are talking about me or not, or this team or not. I think I always just try to play with that chip on my shoulder and that edge. I'm a very competitive person as it is, and I know they have a great offense, great defense, great goaltending, but I use that as a chip just to. I think we want to show that we have all that as well, and we're a really good team as well.
Just in addition to with Matt, I mean, you grew up watching him play. I mean, how do you compartmentalize, like, taking away the guy who grew up watching to the guy I need to beat in order for my team to win tonight?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely that's one of the tricks of this level, right? Is you play against a lot of guys you grew up idolizing, you grew up watching play, at different positions. But I think just if you ask any of the guys too while you're out there, I think before the game you might think about that stuff, how it's a pretty cool moment, but when you're out there, you're just focused on just one task at hand, and that's just whatever it takes to win. So when I'm out there, I guess it's not necessarily thinking about that stuff. It's just thinking about how can we as an offense put the goal or ball in the back of the net as many times as we can.
Coming into the season, Coach Hazen said when we asked him whether they changed in the offense, he said, "How's this going to affect Connor?" He said, "Actually, this is going to be a positive because he's going to actually get more open looks with the way this offense is set up, and you look through the first few weeks of the season, like it certainly looks like that. How in your eyes has the offense changed from last year to this year? How is, like, although your role as a leader is the same, but like you're getting better opportunities.
Yeah, and that's a credit to obviously the coaching staff and management for people they brought in, the changes they made. I think last year we had a great year, a big step forward as a team, and I think offensively we had a good year as well. And it was tough to see some guys go who were big contributors for us, but as you could see that the guys we brought in, I think one big thing this year is everyone's bought in, and it's not about who's number one on the stat sheet. The only thing that it's about is going 1-0 each week, and I think you could see that when we're on the floor. I think we play really unselfish and play for each other and for the fans. So I just think it's a credit to the staff as well as the guys out there for just being unselfish and just doing whatever it takes that's best for the team.
We look at around the cross and people talk about two-man game, 1-2 punches, things like that. Certainly Buffalo has one of the best around in Josh and Dane. Do you kind of see yourself and Ryan being like that kind of like new generation 1-2 punch now that you guys have had a couple years to work with each other? Yeah,
I think that grows with a lot of time playing it. Like you said, right? Dane and Josh are both phenomenal players, and they've been I think their whole offenses and their roster is great, right? They're reigning champs for a reason. But I think just the 1-2 punch, as you were saying, that comes with time, and I think. Playing with Smitty, I think he's such an easy player to play with, and he's such a talented player. So, I think our adjustment with playing each other happened pretty quick, and we got really used to playing with each other. And I think we can be considered that. I think we're both play with a lot of confidence, and I think we play well with each other. So, it's just been fun to be a part of.